Hi guys. So welcome to the final day of this boot camp. Sorry I had to push into today. Um, the boot camp has been on for the last 29 days, and this is the grand finale. And this is going to be more of a psychological series, right? So we're going to be talking about a couple of things, right? And I plan to use a script to do it, but I just think I'll just be talking like I'm advising you know, like I'm not going to be assuming that I met a young trader, that's aspiring to do well in this business. And I'm just going to be giving what I believe that you should do based on my experience, right? By God's grace, next year, this is November, by next year, it's going to be my fifth year in the financial market. And believe me, I've experienced most of the ups and downs. And I can tell you for a fact that there are things that every new trader should know. Like there's so many things that new traders should know. Right? There's a lot of things that a new trader should know. And I'll just kind of use my journal, although I won't be talking much about myself. I'll kind of make it in an advisory standpoint, like, okay, this is what I learned from my own journey, and this is what I believe that you should do and not do, right? So I'll just give you a bit about my journey, right? In the year 2020, that was when I began trading. I actually started with indicators, right? I think then we used to use Bollinger Bands, stochastics, and all of other stuff, right? That was what I used in those days, 2020. We used stochastics, we used moving averages, that's MA. I use moving averages, I use Bollinger Bands, right? Bollinger Bands, and I think I used also use them list of RSI then. We use all this stuff then, right? Then we use indicators to determine price direction and all this fun stuff, right? So now I actually traded with indicators for about let's say 1 year or let's say 8 months. But then I was wise enough to understand that I was not making significant progress because the indicators did not actually answer the questions I was asking. Right now, okay, the indicator has crossed here to buy. There was no real explanation behind the reason, right? It didn't really make sense why I'll be asked to buy when the indicator crosses or this or that. I didn't really understand all those things. And then the mistake my mentor then didn't made is that he did not make us to understand two things. Now, these are the two things that really cost me a lot of money, right? The first thing that he did not teach us, he didn't teach us what we call risk management, right? He didn't teach us risk management, and he didn't teach us what we call um, market structure, right? So this is not to bash indicators. If you trade indicators, that is still cool. I'm not trying to bash or say that indicators are better than this or that. No, I just want to say that these are the two things that my mentor then did not put in place. So if you are under a mentorship where they don't emphasize on market structure and risk management, then you're in for a lot of trouble, right? So it doesn't matter whatever you trade. I'm not here to dispute because I've like I told you, last is my 50. Next is my 50, and I can tell you that there are many people that have been profitable with indicators. There are people that have been profitable with moving averages. There are people that have been profitable with order flow, all kinds of things. I've seen traders that are profitable with using martingale strategies, all those things. All those things work, right? You can use SMC, support and resistance, trend line. In fact, there's one lady I really, really appreciate. Like she's profitable. I think sorry. Is it no, I've forgotten his name. She's she used to work with TFT. I've forgotten her name. Yeah, Tori. Tori trades. She trades trend line breakouts. Right. I know people that trade trend line breakouts. Like once a trend line breaks, they get long or get short, depending on the direction that the market broke out into. Right. So I have seen over the years, right? This is um a blueprint I'm giving you guys. This is seven-figure blueprint. I'm not giving you guys a blueprint, right? What I did exactly are the things I wished I had known earlier and the things I wish you should know at the moment. So if you're a new trader, whether struggling or even finding consistency, your strategy must include risk management and market structure. So I'm not here to tell you about smart money concept or whatever, right? If you don't want to use it, you can use whatever you want, right? But all these things work when you're in line with the market structure. That means when we refer to market structure, we are talking about the trend of the markets, right? The trend, right? The trend of the market is very important, right? This is it. So the trend of the market is very, very important. You must pay attention to the trend. Is the market uptrending or is it downtrending, right? It's very important to pay attention to what the market structure or the trend, right? Because that is what will make your move navigation. Now, Jerry Cap said something. He said that when the your trend is correct, or let's say when the direction is correct, any kind of entry can work, right? No matter the strategy you use. Even if you use moving averages, like when the market bounces on MA, you take shots. You bounce on MA, you take another shot. Even if you use moving averages, if you use trend lines, if you use breakouts, if you use wedges, cup and handle, head and shoulder, once your structure is correct, that means your trend and direction will be correct. So if you can get the trend correctly, that means you're going in line with the direction of the market. And the market is uptrending, you're going up, you're looking for longs. If the market is downtrending, you're looking for shorts. Then you're going to have a lot of your struggles, because most of the struggle comes when you're trying to take a trade against the overall direction or trend of the market. Right? That is the most important thing. So this is one of the things that I have to say. So this is one of the issues I had as a new trader. My mentor did not emphasize on risk management. He only told us if you have $100, use 0.01 lots or use 0.001 lots. Because he was focused on lot size instead of risk management. And this is something that a lot of mentors do even up to now. Money mentors say that if your capital is $1,000, use 0.01. If your capital is $10,000, use 0.1. Doesn't make any sense, right? Lot size has nothing to do with risk management. Why do I say so? Because if you're taking a trade with 30 pips, right, I'm giving you guys reasons now. If you're taking a trade with 30 pips, right, it might mean that you'll be using what? Two lots, right? Which is what? This is about $600, if I'm not mistaken. That would be like a $600 risk. I'm just guessing, right? I'm not doing the math, right? This, if it's something like EU, right? This is like $600 because, of course, one lot, 10 pips will be 200. Yeah, it's 600, right? So now you can't tell me that since I used two lots on a 300 pip move, then on a 50 pip move, I should also use two lots. It doesn't make any sense. Like, tell me that, okay, I should still use two lots again on a 50 pip move. Right? Because obviously, if I use two lots on this, I'll be risking what? $1,000, right? I'll be risking more than I plan to. So you can see that the risk management doesn't really depend on lot size. It depends on what? The pips. How many pips are you risking? That really determines the lot size. So your risk management is determined by how much you're willing to risk and the number of pips in the trade, right? Just pay attention to me. What matters as a trader is your risk management, right? With regard to what? Number one, the amount you're willing to risk. So this is what you should pay attention to, not lot size, right? So what will matter is the amount you're risking, and then what? The pips, the number of pips. Because these two things determine your lot size, right? So lot size determine what? Pips and amount of, the amount of risk or the risk amount, right? The percentage risk, how much you're willing to risk on the trade. That's what determines your lot size, right? So this is an error that many mentors can still make. They will say if you're using $1,000, use 0.1 lots. They don't factor in the fact that the number of pips on the trade might be different. It might be 10 pips risk, it might be 20 pips risk, and it will obviously affect the lot size you're going to use. Of course, the bigger the pips, the smaller your lot size, and the smaller the pips, the bigger your lot size. So we can say that lot size and risk in pips are always inversely correlated. So let's assume that I have a standard risk of what? $500, right? I have a standard risk of, let's say I risk $500 per trade, right? I risk $500 per trade. If I risk $500 per trade, that means that the bigger the pips, let's say bigger pips in that is the risk, right? The number of bigger pips, right, is always equal to what? Smaller lot size, right? And inversely, right? So you can't be using big lot sizes when you're using bigger stop losses, right? So the more your stop loss gets wider, the smaller lot size, right? And obviously, if the number of pips in your stop loss are getting smaller, that means the lot size will be increasing too, right? So you should know that, right? So I just had to point this thing out before I talk about the main meat of the matter. This is something I needed to get off my chest. This is why a lot of you are struggling. If you are focused on strategy and you don't pay attention to market structure and trend. So in my opinion, these two things are very, very important because they go hand in glove, right? You must put your risk management and your lot size. I mean, your risk, you must put your risk management and your your risk management and your what? Your market structure before you can determine it. Right? So this is the first thing I need to say. So regardless of the whatever you're using, regardless of the strategy, use EMAs, use bilingual bands, use whatever you feel like using, right? You must make sure that risk management is properly applied, and then your strategy accounts for the trend, right? Don't take MA crosses when the market is. This is something that I used to do then. Those days when the market is dropping, right? The market is, let's say, dropping, and then I'm watching my RSI. Let me kind of put my RSI now. I just hope my network will be okay for me to do that. Right, so I've put it in. So this is what I used to do then. Then when my okay, and this is the RSI down here. Those days they told us that when the RSI is down, you look for buy. When it's up, you look for sell. That's what I was going through them. But those days, my RSI would be showing oversold, right? Sometimes I use stochastics. Those days, my RSI will be giving indication for oversold. And then when the RSI, those days, this is what I used to do. We had what they call stochastics. And we use stochastics or RSI, right? Stochastics or RSI, right? So we use to determine oversold and overbought markets, right? That's what we used to do then. And um, this RSI and stochastics did not account for trend because there are times in which this stochastics might indicate overbought, but the market will continue buying. But there are times in which the market, just look at this chart now. Um, this market has been buying for quite some time, right? But believe me that somewhere around there, all right, the stochastic may have indicated a kind of sell, and then maybe you saw this red candle and you got short, right? You would have taken a loss on that. So one of the issues that stochastic had was that it did not account for the trend because there are times in which the market can just continue going bullish, like it's just continue like you were expecting a kind of oversold condition or overbought condition. The market will still continue buying, like sometimes it can just continue pushing higher and higher and higher, and continue doing this, and you continue going short because of what your stochastic is indicating what oversold. Right, this is one of the issues I went through. So I was depending on the stochastic to determine my direction of the markets. Right, I was okay. The market is oversold. Let me look for a sell. Meanwhile, the market had the reasons to keep going higher. Maybe seasonality, interest rates, market structure, liquidity, present, or something of that sort. All right. So whatever you do, you should always pay attention to what the market. So don't just trade indicators blindly, right? This was one of the things I did. Now, I'm just giving you guys a trip down memory lane, right? Now, one of the things I did wrong was that I did this thing that a lot of you do, right? I did this thing a lot of you did. I believed that capital was my problem, right? Capital problem. This was the issue I had. I was thinking I had a capital problem. Yes, I did have it, but the approach that I used was not the correct approach. Right? I knew that I had a capital problem. Right? I needed capital because, of course, you can't make on $100 account the same thing you could make on $1,000 account. Right? So I believe that capital was a problem. Then the mistake I made, and this is something I would advise against, seriously advise against, right? And this is do not involve people money, right? So this was a mistake I had. I thought that my problem was capital, so I went to go and involve people money, took loans, took investments, took money from everyone, and I was blowing it. Still thinking that my issue was capital because what was happening is that some days I will have good wins, and I would think that that is how it's going to be. Some days I would make like I'll make almost double of my equity. Like I was saying, okay, this is how it's going to be, and then I will lose it again. Tomorrow I make profit again, and then I'll lose everything back before I know the account is blown in a week or two, right? And the issue I believed was that I had a capital problem. Meanwhile, my issue was not capital. And my issue was a skill problem. I was not really a skilled trader, right? So what am I saying? I'm saying that many of you watching this video, your problem is a skill problem and not capital. So I really, really strongly advise against involving people money. Don't do it, right? Don't collect someone's money to trade, right? Rather go for what? Proprietary firms, right? So go for prop firms, right? Go for prop firms. That's the simple solution to this. Go for prop firms. If you need capital to trade it, go for reputable prop firms. Not those, see, not something. I have been rocked once or twice by prop firms, right? The fact that they rock doesn't mean that they are all wrong. So go for reputable prop firms, like firms that, geez, I put profitable firms. So go for reputable prop firms that have been running for at least 6 months and they have not had any issue. That means they are sustainable, right? If a prop firm can go on for, let's say, 6 months, 1 year without any payout denials, no issue at the background, that means they have a good system that ensures that they do not go broke, right? So go for reputable firms that have been in existence for at least 1 year, 6 months, and they have zero payout denials, right? And I know some of you might be asking, what about the challenges? Now, remember what I said earlier, that you have a capital problem and not a skill problem, right? If you can't pass challenges, then maybe you have a skill problem. But there's still a very little fraction of people that do not have a skill problem, but they can't still pass prep accounts. Maybe because that they are, maybe, I don't know, life conditions or just varieties. So now we also have firms that have, we have instant account, right? So we also have instant prop firms that have instant accounts. So some prop firms offer instant accounts where you do not have to take any challenge, like firms like Tentrade, right? So you can use the link in the description for this. So if you want to get a live account without any evaluation challenge, you can go for Tentrade, right? The link is in the description, right? Check the link in the description, you'll see it there. So I'll also put the link in the description. The other firms, but this one I believe that is the best as of this moment, right? I feel like they're the best because they have more drawdown and they're cheaper too. Most platforms do have a little drawdown for instant accounts. Some of them 6%, some of them 5%, some of them 4%. But Tentrade offers up to 9% drawdown on your life account, right? So I believe that you should go for reputable platforms if you have a capital problem. But most times, many people do not have a capital problem. What they lack is what the skill sets, right? They lack skill sets, not really a capital problem. Many people lack skill sets. They don't know how to trade, right? So go for reputable firms, right? Go for reputable firms, right? Now, that is one way to go about it. Now, the second way you can go about it is by doing what? Having a side hustle, right? This also helped me too. Right? It really helped me with my capital issues. So have a side hustle, right? Have a side hustle. There are a lot of them. I'll just list a few of them. We have, you could learn how to do affiliate marketing. I do that, like using your referral links. Let's say let's do affiliates. You can be an affiliate for a broker or something. You can be an affiliate marketer. You can be a content creator. You can be an influencer. All these things will take work, but there are also side gigs you can do. Or you can be a Web3. You can work in Web3. Right, do jobs for them. You can be an influencer. Right, there's so many things you can do now. And then be an influencer. Right, even on Twitter now, Twitter pays, right? Twitter pays. There are so many platforms that pay now. Twitter pays influencers for creating content. Content creators are being paid by Twitter. We have Telegram paying people. We have Facebook paying people for making videos. These are things you can do as a side hustle. And these things I can give you good income to start with. Right? This is one side I did not understand earlier. I was going for people money. So do not go for people money. Right? Go for preference or have a side. These are the two, or let's say I don't want two. If it's possible, you can also get a job, like a job, a flexible job. Right? You can also get a flexible job that allows you to trade. Right? Maybe allows you to pay interest sometimes. You can get a flexible job, right? Or start a flexible business, right? So, but the things I would really recommend is number one and two, right? Some jobs may not give you time. Some people have been complaining that they don't have time to trade because of their job. They're always very busy and all of those kind of things, right? So I understand that very perfectly, right? Not being able to trade because of the kind of job you have, right? So one thing I would recommend for such people is that anybody can have a side hustle. Anybody at all. No matter who you are, you can have a side hustle. You can be an affiliate marketer. You could be into book creators, Amazon KDP. You can be creating books and publishing on Amazon. I know people that are making a huge amount of money from this. Amazon KDP, they post books, romantic books, self-help books. They even use AI to do it, right? So you can do Amazon KDP. People are making money from it. You can be a content creator, right? You can be an affiliate marketer. You can do Web3. You can be an influencer. You can even, be a graphic designer, video editor, social media manager, anything at all. Be a community moderator for all these crypto companies, right? There's so many things you can do, bro. Don't have an excuse to be broke. There's so many things to do. Don't have any excuse to be broke. No excuse to be broke, right? Don't have any excuse. So I really suggest that today you just pick one that you resonate with. Although some of them are kind of intertied, like they are tied. Like for instance, now you can't be a good content creator without being an influencer, unless you'll be doing ghostwriting, right? Maybe you create content like a copywriter, maybe ghostwriting, all of other stuff, right? But most times, if you want to be an affiliate marketer, you must be good at content creation, right? So, and most times, if you want to be in Amazon KDP, you must be good at graphic designs, right? If you want to be in Web3, you must be good at influencing, right? So those things are very, very kind of intertwined sometimes. Sometimes if you're one, if you choose to be one, you can be two. I once about this side also. Sometimes if you choose to be one thing, you can end up being two or three things because sometimes this niches kind of intertwine. The Web3 space, influencer space intertwines with content creation, right? The affiliates side also intertwines with content creation and sometimes bit of being an influencer, right? You can't be an affiliate for certain companies if you're not an influencer because influencer means someone that can influence people to make a decision, right? So you can't be an influencer, you can't really function well as an affiliate if you're not an influencer or if you don't have some kind of social media presence, right? So all these things are kind of interwoven, right? They are kind of very, very interwoven. Being an influencer sometimes would mean that you would have to, take affiliate deals. Like let's assume that maybe you grow your account, like you grow your account, you say you grow your account to $30,000, right? You grow your account to $30,000. So you grow your account, $1,000, sorry. Woo, Jesus. 30,000 followers, right? Imagine you have grown your account to 30,000 followers and you're an influencer. A company can come up to you and say, please, can you post for us? Like be our affiliate. We'll give you what a special link. And your special link will come with what? 20% bonus, like 20%, let's say 20% commissions, right? So you now post your link for the platform and then you get what? 20% commissions on every sale that is made with your link. So you can see that being an influencer has a direct relationship with what affiliate marketing, right? Can you see that very interwoven, right? So that is one thing about side hustles. Side hustles are very, very interwoven. So it's not a waste to choose one because when you choose one, it opens you up to opportunities from other sides. If you are a good influencer, you can also be called to participate in Web3. Maybe you could do one or two things for them, just create content for them and all this kind of stuff, right? So what am I saying? Get a side hustle. Anyone that resonates with you, whatever you want to do, you want to do graphic designing, you want to be a YouTuber, you want to be posting videos on Facebook, you want to be hosting live sessions, YouTube, whatever you do, have a side hustle, right? So, and then finally, another thing you can do to also generate income is by doing what? Selling what you know, right? So you can also sell what you know, right? You can also sell what you know. For instance, like I always tell my students, whatever you know, you can make a course out of it and sell it. Whatever you know, you can make a course out of it and sell it. For instance, now I know a lady that, right, you can sell what you know. For instance, as I'm speaking now, one of my friends, one of my guys, he's having a boot camp, a 2 weeks boot camp, right? He's having a 2 weeks boot camp, and he's charging what? I think $10 per person. He's charging $10 per person. Right? This is what he's charging for his boot camp. $10 per person, and him and his friend having a boot camp on trading, right? So, and it still $10 for 2 weeks. And as of this moment, he has more than 50 registered people. More than 50 people have registered. So you can say he's selling what he knows. He knows how to trade profitably, and he wants to sell it in a course or a boot camp. So you can also use this to make money for yourself. Now, you must not sell a trading course, right? I know people, in fact, last month, I bought a YouTube course and the woman was very good at it. Very, very good, right? So if there's something you're good at, you can make a course on it and sell it. Very simple. You can sell your training. So you can do it in form of what? Do it in form of what? An ebook. It could be in form of an ebook, a course, a boot camp, or live training. So anyhow you want to do it, so you can sell it. If you want to make an ebook, a course, a boot camp, a live training, whatever you want to do it, you can sell what you know, right? Whatever it may be. Could be how to play the piano, how to do graphic design. I bought a course on graphic design like 2 or 3 times this year, sorry. All right, I've bought books on how to be a better man, by Shola. He sold what you know. There are people that have made books on crypto investing, right? There's so many authors that have made money from their books, right? So if you're good at something, you mustn't be trading, right? I know that each and every one of you have something you love doing apart from trading. If you're very good at music, I suggest that you just buy a recorder, maybe a camera, or you can use your phone and record. Just make it. Just go and learn how to make content. Learn how to make a course. Make a piano, something of that sort. Record and then make a course. Market on Facebook, right? You make your extra income from selling what you know. Very important. So these are the three ways I believe that are very good to get funds that does not involve what people money. All these things I've mentioned they are not people money. Profits, not people money. Side hustle, not people money. Flexible work, not people money. And second one, all these are what helping you to grow your trading accounts. So you can buy prep accounts, right? You can buy prep accounts. So if you don't have money to buy prep accounts, have a side hustle, get a job, but do what? Sell what you know. These are the three ways I feel that you can do it online without putting in too much stress, right? So you are, as I was speaking today, one of my friends, an influencer, she told me that Twitter paid her a very good amount just for 2 weeks of posting. Paid her a very good amount. She said she used to do things for herself. So she can say she's making money for everyone by just posting on her Twitter. You can make money by just posting on Twitter. That is being I don't know. I think being in Twitter is both content creator and influencer. So you're both sides, both content and influencer. Right? You can also posting, be very good at posting things, and people love reading what you post, and then you're making money from that. Right? It's very good. Right. So the thing that as you grow as an influencer, there are more opportunities that open up to you. You get some brand promotions, so many goddamn things that you get for being an influencer, right? So this is just the things I feel that I should share with you guys, right? I just wanted to put this in. This is how I was able to move out of debt and then get my 7 figures, right? I started with getting in. I made the mistake of feeling my problem was investor money, and then I got into debt. But now I realized my mistake, and then I focused on what on all this other. So what I did, I had a side hustle and I was kind of making content, doing affiliate marketing, also being an influencer, and then I started raising some income from there. I also started selling what I know, what I knew. I knew how to trade very well, so I was selling my mentorship, you know, then very much students were registering, learning from me, paying me. It was helping me to get money to pay for my, to clear off my debt. It was also helping me to, fund my accounts, buy proper accounts. So this is like kind of giving me the income I needed to be a good trader, right? You're not going to be a good trader when you don't have money, right? This is the mistake many of you make. Many of you want to make money as a trader without having something else on the side. It's not going to work. Believe me, if you want to be a good trader, you need to have something on the side, right? You have to have some income, something giving you money because you're going to be under pressure when you need to force out your next meal, you need to force out your children's school fees, you need to force out your house rent from the market. It's not going to work, bro. Right? There are times in which you have to endure drawdown, and those times of drawdown, what you need is having money on the side, right? So you need money when it comes to trading. I need to just type it out. So you need money when it comes to trading. You need money, right? You need money, like bro. You need money. You need money. You need money to buy accounts. You need money to buy prep accounts. You need money to fund your private accounts. You need money to trade. You just need money for everything. You need money to take care of yourself, or to feed, to pay your bills, buy fuel. As I'm teaching now, I've bought data for this class, right? And this laptop I'm using now is not the laptop I used for last year's YouTube mentorship. I had to buy a new laptop because the old laptop was not being able to give me what the performance I needed to continue being a content creator. So I had to buy a new laptop, right, to continue this content creation I'm doing right now. So me teaching you on YouTube, I'm a content creator. That's what I'm doing. I'm giving you content. I'm giving you educational value, right, or valuable education for free, right? Although YouTube is going to pay me at some point, but it's still free to you regardless, right? So you need money for this. As I'm speaking now, I'm using data to speak to you, right? As I'm speaking to you now, I'm using my system that is new. It's not up to a year old. All right, there's money. I'm speaking to you now. I still need to upload this video, right, with data connection. I still need to feed. And if all these things are not put in place, I would not be able to do all this. So you need money all around. Anything you're doing as a trader, you need money, bro. You need money. So the best thing you can do for yourself is to put all these things in check. Put all these things in check, right? Put all these things in check, right? So I think I'm wrapping up this call. This is the last day of this bootcamp. I want to really thank you guys for sticking with me for the last 30 days. This is for the last 29 days, including today. It's been an awesome experience. And then To top this up, if our private mentorship is going to be resuming from tomorrow. So our private mentorship will resume tomorrow. I mean this week, right? From today. So I'm just going to give you guys a last opportunity to join our paid group, right? So the paid mentorship, the current price has been paid at what 70,000 naira. This is the current price for mentorship, right? In my academy, I'm going to be giving you guys the opportunity to get in for 45, right? So I'm taking out 25,000 naira off from the table, right? Of course, you guys already know me that I don't need mentorship to survive. I'm doing well as a trader. You have seen my payouts. Of course, most of you have seen my payouts. So I don't really need your money, right? Your money will be an extra income, but I don't need it. Right? There's a difference between need and want, right? So your money will just be an extra income to help me to put some things in place. But if it comes to need, I don't need it. So this is a favor I'm giving you guys. Just use the opportunity to learn with me. Um, Personally, I teach, I give you insights personally. We have live calls. You have access to my materials, my videos, personal, private videos. Right, all my private videos have access to my private video, educational videos. You can be my community. You can ask questions for my traders I've been teaching for a while. You can have access to me. We discuss, we talk. You ask me questions, you do assignment. You just have a good mentor to look after you, to watch you as you learn, right? You need a mentor that has broken the shackles of unprofitability and come to this level. So that's what I'm giving you guys at a discounted fee. So the best thing you can do is to use the link in the description. But I would prefer you meet me so you can pay directly because I don't want Stella cutting the money, right? So you can meet me directly, you make your payments, and then you can join us. And I'll see you guys in the pay group. So I want to thank you guys once again for having listened to me for these past days. Have a wonderful day. This is the end of this mentorship. Cheers and God bless.